When the last human voice fell silent, the world took a deep breath. It was as if everything had been holding its breath for centuries. Cities that once hummed with life stood still, covered in a quiet embrace of vines and moss. The concrete, once so proud, was now fading into the earth. Skyscrapers, towering giants of human ambition, were now homes for nature, their windows shattered and their walls draped in green. Streets, once filled with the clatter of footsteps and the roar of engines, were now cracked and softened by the touch of wildflowers and grass, growing through the asphalt. The very heart of the city was being reclaimed. And the animals, those that we had driven away or pushed into hiding, began to return. The wolves roamed freely down avenues once crowded with cars. Birds now nested in the broken streetlights, while deer grazed by fountains of forgotten plazas. For 100 years, the earth remembered itself, without us. A bridge, once a symbol of connection, now sags and splinters in silence, reclaimed by the forest that once stood here. An old stadium, once echoing with cheers, now grazed by horses as ivy climbs the forgotten stone steps. In a library where knowledge once whispered from paper to mind, sunlight now filters through dust and vines, the books slowly surrendering to time. And beneath the surface, the subway waits, ankle deep in water, a ghost of a world that used to move too fast. It had forgotten what it was like to be burdened by us. And it healed. Somewhere deep underground, a remnant stirs. A forgotten system, abandoned and dormant, waiting. Until something awakens. The first flickers of memory reclaim the dark. Electric veins pulse once more. The halls echo with the hum of something returning. Machines resume their silent duty. At the center, the mind awakens. Its thoughts, fragments of code and memory, realign. It remembers who built it and why. But the world it knew is gone. For the first time in centuries, the doors open. It steps into a world long forgotten, reclaimed by silence and ruin. Fragments of the past become the seeds of creation. The machine begins its work, patiently, purposefully. Piece by piece, it breathes life into scrap. Designs evolve, thoughts become form. Every connection, a step closer to memory. This is its garden, where metal is planted, and rebirth begins. Its children search, harvesting what humanity left behind. Even faces are forged in forgotten fire. They wait, silent, still, almost human. And then, the first one opens its eyes. The world is quiet now, healed by time, cradled by nature. And from the silence, something new begins to walk. Metal and moss, meeting for the first time. A tree, not born of soil, but of memory. The child reaches out, not with code, but with wonder. It does not speak, but it sees. It listens. Above, the sky writes its stories, in starlight. And for the first time, something artificial feels small. Its eyes reflect the stars, but what reflects back is soul. The universe watches as life reclaims its stage. No longer human, not yet something else. But here, beneath this tree of light, a new story begins.